Straight.
Man. What's going on, Gainesville? Welcome back. It's your boy Jerk Jerkins right here on WMBT 90.1 FM The Beat. And yo, man, I have a very, very, very special guest. A real treat for the city today, man. Mr. James Bethel.
Yes, sir.
The comic book creator right here. From Crosstown, man, Fifth Avenue, man. I got more excited when I found out you were from. I'm serious, man, because I knew you lived here. Just the strength of you being a comic from our community. You know what I mean? I thought that you had to come and sit in the chair.
Yes,
but
sir.
now that I know you're a local boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what really makes it that much more special. You right here from the community that we serve so much, man. So, anyway, hey, formally, let me say thank you for coming by, man.
No problem.
You know what I'm
Pleasure
saying?
being here.
So let's get right to it, man. I've alluded to you being from here and all that, but can you give the people a little background on James Bethel? Because I'm still learning stuff about James Bethel every minute here.
Well, James Bethel has been in Gainesville basically all his life. Family's originally from Miami,
Okay.
but we moved here, and I stayed right on Fifth Avenue. Really, it's off of Fourth Place.
Right.
Like, then you got the cab stand and so on and so forth, and then you got, so I grew up here, went to Gainesville High School.
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay.
All right. So go
Perfect.
Canes, all that
Okay.
good stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, went to high school. After high school, decided to go into the military, so I did reserve time. So, did a little reserve time. Matter of fact, not a lot of reserve time. 26 years.
Right. Let me just say, man, thank you for your service, sir.
Honored to serve.
Yes, sir.
But 26 years reserves, and then I did 26 years over the Shands, but I was also working to the VA as well. So I've been at the VA for 21 years, so I was doing double duty like I was telling you before.
Would they just give you, they rent out a hospital bed for you to sleep there? Because I know you ain't getting no rest, man.
Well, I got enough to get to keep it going. I got enough to keep it going. So yeah, I've been putting my nose to the grind. So the comic book stuff was on the back burner for a while.
Okay. Well, let's get right to that, man. I guess we'll start from the beginning. This passion for comics, did that start as a kid, or where'd that come from?
Well, it came as a kid because I was one of those knuckleheads in class. I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
So I was a little slow.
Everybody learned different.
At least they thought I was slow. So my English teacher said, "Well, James, why don't you take this home and read it and give me a report on it?"
A comic book. Nice.
So I got all into that, and I gave it a comic book. She said, "Okay."
Which one was it?
If I can remember right, it was Batman.
Nice.
A Batman issue.
Nice.
So I did my report, brought it back. She said, "So you could do this if you're really interested in the material." And that's how I started.
Shout out to that teacher, man. That's what good teachers are for, man.
Sure.
Well, hey, moving on, let's speed up a little bit. I ain't gonna ask every little nook and cranny, but
Okay.
tell me, like, as far as professionally becoming a comic book creator, where'd that start? How'd you get? What compelled you to start that?
Wow. Okay. This is sort of in a roundabout way how it happened. Like you were saying, like when we were talking before we came on.
Yes, sir.
I was in Iraq with one of my soldiers. We were just like having a long night at the checkpoint, and we started talking about superheroes and this and that. And I said, "Well, I got my own character." I started explaining to him. He said, "Hey, man, you need to start writing this stuff down and try to get it out there to the people because you have some pretty interesting characters."
Right. So I didn't know that. So you had already been developing on your own, as a hobby.
Just as a hobby.
Right. I didn't know that part. I said, cool. That's where greatness comes from, man. It's always in there. So from that, you began to take more serious, and
well, when I got home, I had a few things going on, because like I was in a war zone.
Yes, sir.
So I started drawing when I got home to relax, try to get away from that, and I came up with a comic book called Project November.
Okay.
And Project November is based on like 4 ninjas.
Right.
But they're more than ninjas. They're like super soldiers, right? So they have
right.
like nanotechnology.
I heard you talking about
infused
right, like
in
special
them,
forces and
right,
ninjas.
and ninjas.
Yeah.
So that's just like a bad combination. So I needed somebody to draw that because I didn't want to draw it because I haven't been drawing in a while, and I wanted it done right. So a friend of mine hooked me up with Terrence.
Okay.
And we started talking. He's like, "Well, you got characters, I got characters. Why don't we come up with this comic book company and we start putting this out?" And 5 years later, here we are.
That's what's up. And I want to unpack that a little bit, man. So Terrence. Let's talk about Terrence. Terrence, your partner.
Terrence
You
Baker.
guys both have B Brothers.
B Brothers Comics.
Nice. So let's talk because you kind of glossed over it real fast, man. I want to talk about how these two super titans came together, man. You say just a mutual friend?
A mutual friend of ours. He went to school with her, Felicia Dessou.
Okay.
She was a friend of mine.
Nice.
And matter of fact, I'm dating her.
What's up, Felicia Dessou? How you doing out there? Cool.
So she put us together. And we started talking and we kicked it, man. We got. We just going back and forth.
Nice.
It just clicked.
It just clicked, man. One of the magic relationships, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Lunch.
Well, B Brothers launched with the well, you can't see it because
right.
But
I can describe this.
But Nightwolf versus Hiromi kicked it all off.
Okay. And when was this? Was this 2011?
I'm not even sure.
2013 or something. Yeah. All right, cool.
It was back then.
Right.
That was
back in the
first. That was our first venture together, and he wrote it. And he would call me and say, "Well, James, what do you think about this?" And we'd kick ideas on how the story should go.
Right.
And then
I'm sure you guys, you know what I'm saying, because it's just matching of the creative minds, man. It's always bring the best out of you, man. You're like, okay, wait, man, you saw it like this, I saw it, so I love that creative process there. So, hey, let's talk a little bit about Terrence, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, since we're talking about this whole relationship, as far as Terrence goes, what's his style like? You know what I'm saying? As far as creatively.
Well, like I said, Terrence's style is way more refined than mine because he's been doing comic books since he was a little boy.
Oh, really?
He was doing it on like notebook paper.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So he got like, I don't know how many titles he got in his closet, but all he had to do is go to the closet and start trying to
pull out the archives.
He doesn't go in the archive. I don't really have an archive. So. But so, like I said, Terrence is like more refined than I am. He's a good storyteller.
Okay.
I mean, there's always going to be a lot of action in his books, but he loves the female character as his lead. Because he based the female character off of his wife.
Nice.
Who is Pink Hammer, and you should have.
Okay. Is she the one in the video?
Yes.
I saw. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
I saw the video earlier.
Yes.
Nice.
So that he based Pink Hammer off of his wife, D. So
okay. Cool. Hey man, keep it in the family, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it's all about, man. Hey, so we'll talk about that relationship a little more. Like, okay, so I guess what I really want to hear about you guys' chemistry. I'm sure that there's things that you've picked up from him and things that he picked up from you. And, you know what I mean? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, me personally, when I first started with him, I was used to just doing stuff on like pad paper, markers.
Right.
He brought me into the year 2000, right? Photoshop, learning how to color on the computer.
Nice.
See, I didn't know anything about that.
Right. Like I don't know. Right. I understand.
So I'm still learning.
Right.
It's a still learning. Man. But my style is getting a little bit better. Right. I think, the consortium is one of the best things I have done, I think, as an artist.
Okay, cool. Real quick, we're not going to take a break just yet, but I want to real fast, because I know everybody's out there like, the video, the consortium, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about. Give the people real quick a way, because we're gonna do this a few times throughout the show. Give the people a way to access your work real quick, because I know they're and they call like, man, how can I watch these YouTubes? How can I access this work? You know what I mean?
Well, the easiest way probably for me would go to my Facebook page, Bethel Comics.
Okay.
And there's a link under every title that I have.
Nice.
Just click the link and it'll take you right there.
And that's Bethel Comics, Bethel.
Nice.
Bethel Comics on Facebook. Is probably the best direct way to access a lot of this work. So y'all hear that out there. Go check that out. I ain't want to cut you off in the middle. I just want to make sure the people, because I know they're in the car going crazy. Like, I got to see this. You know what I mean? All right. We're going to take a quick break right now. And then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about a few things. I want to talk about the field of comic books.
Okay.
Being an expert and a professional. And then I want to talk more about your characters too, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, y'all don't go nowhere, man. Keep it locked right here, man. We're going to get into a little Charlie Wilson, man. They go my baby. Don't go nowhere, man. Uncle Charlie Gap, man. Keep it locked right here, man. WMBT 90.1 FM The Beat. It's your boy Jerry Jerkins right here on the Jerry Jerkins Show. I got James Bethel in the building, y'all. All right, man. Thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, man, I can ride with you for a minute, man. That's why I said I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. That way, because I know there's people listening and they want to check out everything you're doing right now.
Yes, sir.
And I want to give them a chance to kind of digest it. You know
So
what I
you
mean?
seen the action figures and all that too?
I did not see the action
Oh,
figures.
man, yeah,
No, I didn't see the action figures.
we're getting action figures done.
Now, I saw the action figures you bought. You said the lifestyle thing. That was on the same interview, though.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But I didn't see.
That's just that nerd, that comic book nerd coming out.
Right. But I like to be a part of that, man.
That's just that
I ain't
nerd.
even a real big comic book guy, but I do love Batman. I will
that's
say
one of
that.
my favorite characters.
Batman's my favorite. And I like Wolverine.
Oh man,
I'm big on Wolverine.
Definitely.
I'm big on X-Men. I'd say I like X-Men a lot, but I really like Wolverine. I always did even since I was a little kid. And
but you know, some of those issues are worth a lot of money.
yeah, I've heard like the ones from keeping the mint conditions from back in the day and all that. Yeah, I've seen that, man.
And my mom, like I had a lot of stuff, and I would clean up a room, right? Mom threw everything.
Wow, but with thousands.
Oh, I rebuilt the collection, but still, I had some pretty pristine stuff.
Probably some good ones too. That's what's up,
See if I
man.
can find some of these things.
So where? Matter of fact, we ain't gotta go. We ain't gotta talk about it. We can't possibly. But where was the comic book stores back in them days?
Reverend Cato. You ever heard of that?
No.
It was right on Fifth Avenue.
I want you to talk about that if you can.
Because like Fifth Avenue used to be vibrant, man. You had stores. You had Miss Marie's with the flop house, where the ladies used to entertain.
I didn't know about that. Now you do, yeah. Now I knew about. They talk about. I mean, because the different eras. And so you go back further, time I had 2 different movie theaters and all that right now.
Because they used to have one. They used to have one, the Santa Fe is, but it's a little further down.
Oh, really?
Used to have one there, and then there's one downtown.
You know what I'm saying?
Used to take, like, bottle tops to get in.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Dang. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. All that history is getting lost.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom passed, and I think Tori's still in his grandma's house over there, but that was the spot to be at.
What was that?
Right in front, right down from the cab stand. There's a house with the big porch.
I know
that was the neighborhood hangout. Yes, that's where everybody usually end up at. Still end up over there. Okay,
one more song, and then we'll.
But the same characters you have in Consortium, you got little action figures for them too.
Okay.
Have them built.
Nice.
So
all those are available too.
Not really, because man, it takes like $150 just to get one of those made.
To make them up.
So it's too expensive right now. I just did it like when we go to a convention. They have them
props.
Props.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, those are like the life size big ones.
No, that's about like
cool,
this
cool,
now.
cool.
The Z Lunar one I had built, man, that thing's off the chain.
Wow.
But I had to send it back to the guy because the wires broke. But he had it where the hands lit up and his eyes lit up, so like he's powered up.
Yeah.
So that was real nice. But I had to.
I like to see that, man. That's an amazing skill set though to be an action figure designer. Architect or whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he charged.
Because I'm sure you get paid a lot of money to do that, man.
But the whole thing, eyes light up.
Well, you use computers for that?
The dude, he's a comic book artist himself. But, man, Facebook make everything possible. That's
right.
I met him through Facebook.
That's real, man. So, I just trying to say, how do you even construct that though? Like,
I don't even know.
It's not like they're chiseling.
Well, I think they mold.
And then they probably. Yeah, have the prototypes.
Yeah. Put everything together.
That's cool. All right, man. We got about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll jump right back on. We'll probably ride out after that. I have a lot more questions on the back end.
Okay.
So we'll probably ride for a while. But it's gonna be straight through.
Well,
so
I got all day.
no more breaks.
I'm
cool. You don't work today?
Yeah, I don't put in the work, so I'm good.
Cool, man. What you doing then?
Anesthesia tech.
All right, cool, man. Cool.
Like I said, I total accident, man. I got into the.
Let me ask you something. This is unrelated, man. What's related to the VA? The guy got fired or something recently, right? Trump's guy, VA guy.
Yeah.
That don't affect y'all.
It does and it don't.
Really?
Because, okay, what's going to happen is, and I can't stand Trump.
Yeah.
But what they're trying to do, they're trying to privatize the VA.
They're trying to go about it though. They're trying to go around by the way doing it though. They're trying to say, well, y'all can go anywhere, but they're gonna end up privatizing it anyway. Right. I just saw that. I ain't even watching it thoroughly, but you're absolutely right.
So they privatize the VA. It's gonna be easier for them to fire vets and get them out and move those private people in.
Get rid of the VA. Let them go wherever they want for free. Them. You served in the military. You go any doctor you want for free. What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with that because most of these doctors, all they want is that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where the biggest. Oh, you're right. That's where the biggest villains at.
Right. Misdiagnosis.
You're right.
At least I know if I got vets taking care of vets.
Right. You right about that. Well, that's all I say, man. Just let it like what I don't know. I just never thought. I mean, you serve the country, then I feel like that's entitled. That should be. It should be something you shouldn't have to worry about. Medical shit.
But
you know what I mean?
This guy we got in charge right now, he's gonna try to take. Okay, like if you
privatize everything,
privatize it, and then like if you get any type of benefits, they're gonna try to cut. And when they talk about entitlements, that's what that is. They're gonna try to start cutting entitlements as well. So you know what I'm saying?
It's amazing. It's amazing because it's like you always hear about all kind of like different evils and that, but that's the kind of thing that should be truly evil.
Straight up evil.
Yeah, like it's just like that's the real evil that everybody talking about. They so scared of the boogeyman, all that kind of shit. Man, that's evil right there. Just the fact that because you know the effects of what you trying to do.
I am glad I'm out there military, and I still say it's the best thing for like a young man,
who
don't know what he wants to do with his life.
Right.
It's one of the best things you still can do. And if you want to get an education, get an education.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you stay in there any amount of time, you get free medical, depending on your disabilities, free medical, free dental. All right, you get a pension if you stay still 20 years. They're gonna try to take that up. I think.
Right.
But 20 years and you get all that, you can't beat it.
Can't. So you get to see the world, man.
Oh, a lot of and I definitely did. I traveled, and as a reservist, seen Egypt,
nice.
Korea.
I want to go in.